Now the next one, the adjacent sides have to have the same length so we can have a quadrilateral. The adjacent sides are the two sides that have one point in common. For example, this one and this one, they are adjacent because they have one common point. As you can see in the trapezium, they are not equal. So we can't say that each quadrilateral will have adjacent side with same length. That's not the case. Not even for the parallelogram. If you look at my extended parallelogram, this side and this side do not have the same length. These are adjacent sides, but they don't have the same length. So that cannot be the case for the parallelogram, nor for the rhombus. The only one here is kite. Kite, if you look at kite, each two sides are equal. The adjacent sides here are equal. This one and this one, this one and this one. So the kite. Now both pairs of opposite sides are parallel. Okay, we have the parallelogram. Each two opposite sides are parallel. The two of them, because we are talking about both pairs of opposite sides. So we are talking about rectangles and we are talking about parallelogram. Also we are talking about rhombus. They are parallelogram. We are talking about square. Okay, they are parallel. Both pairs of opposite sides are parallel. For square, for rectangle, for a rhombus, and for a parallelogram. Now the next one, a pair of opposite sides, only one pair of opposite sides is a parallel. That will be our trapezium. It has only one pair that are of parallel lines. The second one is not. Now, which one of these shapes have to have at least one angle, one right angle? Now quadrilateral in general, no, they don't need a right angle to be quadrilateral. Again, let's use the trapezium as an example. It doesn't have a right angle. The parallelogram as well, it doesn't have a right angle. So we cannot tick the box for quadrilateral. Parallelogram, we have just saw it. No. A rhombus, again no. They are not 90 degrees. Actually, if you look closely, you will find that no one will be, for example, the square. We know that squares and rectangles need to have will always have four right angles. So we cannot tick the box here. This sentence is not true for rectangles and squares, that they have only to have one right angle to be a square or a rectangle. This is not the case. They have to have four. Which is the very next one. Does a quadrilateral need to have four right angles? No, not all of them. What about parallelogram? Again, no. A rhombus? No. We have the rectangle and the square. Each one has four right angles. They will always have four right angles. So the answer would be rectangle and square.